Amy
and Lorraine,
and we're the Popex sisters. So as you can tell from the title and from our previous video,
we're filming the tips.
Yeah, we're doing the tips. If you've watched our other videos, you know that whenever we go away, we like to kind of tell you guys what we couldn't find.
Yeah, we like to do a vlog.
Yeah, we like to do a vlog, yeah.
And then we like to give a lesson to learn. Because there's always things that like we'd rather share with other people that we've learned.
And some things that we feel as though we might not have known prior to going.
True.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can do that today with this video. Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Let's do it. So just a disclaimer, just in case there's people watching this that have been to Mexico a lot, this video is more for people that have never been, because that was our first time going. So
and what we feel like would be beneficial for someone who's not been before.
We're not saying we're pros, like we've just been once. So we went in November last year. Yeah. But we've titled this 2022 because obviously that's the year we're in. But we went, so it's still fresh in our minds.
Yeah, and the weather. They say a lot of people would suggest that going the end of the year / early.
I think you've got to look seasonally, which I feel like people do anyway.
So when it comes to Mexico, they usually say go end of the month, beginning of the month,
beginning of the year.
Oh my gosh, sorry, yeah, no, not month. Sorry, scrap that. Maybe let's
not in the middle of the month.
Okay, wait, sorry, let's start again. Okay.
I'm keeping that in.
Okay, well. Anyway, they say maybe the month's November till March.
Yeah, I feel like people go now as well, don't they?
That's when the weather's not too hot, where it is nice weather. I don't think it's rainy that much either. It's not like the rainy season. And the beaches are beautiful, because I think sometimes in summer there's a lot of seaweed on these beaches, whereas when we went there was like none.
Yeah, and we did get charged a little bit of tax when we went to Cancun just to clean up that, but it was fine. It was really, really low. I think it was like £1.
So when it comes to pricing in Mexico, the conversion rate from pounds is £1 to 26 Mexican pesos.
But they do take, for anyone that's watching that's American, because I think a lot of our vlog viewers are American, they take dollars like everywhere, because everywhere we went they were like, oh, are you paying in pesos or dollars? And we were like, oh, I didn't realise.
I think because it's literally connecting to America, a lot of people just come for the weekend, so maybe they don't have a chance to exchange money, so
you don't need to.
No, you don't need to. So
you.
But yeah, the UK version rate is £1 to 26 American pesos, which is insane. Like, it is so good.
It's a really good exchange rate.
Yeah, love that.
We would say though, if you are exchanging money, I would do it before you go, because I don't know about you, I didn't really see many places like everywhere in Tulum.
Yeah, maybe not, but apparently there's cash machines all on the beachfront, which sometimes do run out, so if you do, I don't know,
I would bring some, but I think you can. I think you'd have to go into the main town to get more cash out, but I think if you're non-US, I would exchange before you go to Tulum, or
just like if you've got time, go and do that before, because you don't want to, because it's not necessarily like Europe where you're using euros, or I don't even know. You know, it's not a common,
just for peace of mind. And taxis. Should we? That was a good segue into taxis.
Okay, so luckily enough, the hotel, we chose to stay in a hotel rather than an apartment. Our receptionist, he would ring us taxis to wherever we were going, whether that was beach clubs, restaurants, etc.
And he recommended that we still do that just for safety. I think because we were 2 women traveling alone, he was like, there are some which is like any place, there's sometimes illegal taxis and they're not proper taxis, and they're not traceable, so I would recommend doing that. Just book into your hotel. And I think sometimes as well, if you choose to do an excursion or something like that, normally they'll give you, they're quite good, they'll give you like their card and you can WhatsApp them. Obviously in the UK that's what we use a lot, so that was really, really good, because one of the men that was our taxi drivers, he gave us like one of the legit business cards. He gave us his business card, so when we were coming back to Cancun, we just used his number, and he gave us a set price, and they do stick to their word, so that's what we like about the legit taxis. I would say, I think on reflection we spent a lot of money on taxis, because when you're in Tulum, like if you're going through all the beach clubs and the restaurants, so they're all kind of together, so we weren't staying, we were on the beach, was 15 minutes on Google Map. However, when you're in a taxi, it's obviously going to be a bit longer because there's queues and stuff. So how much do you reckon we spent a day? It would vary, that's another thing I want to mention.
I'd say
they'll
about
charge you different things.
I'd say about like £30
yeah,
dollars a day,
which
we were each.
We were in Tulum for like 5 days, so it actually wasn't that bad. But I think if you were going for 2 weeks or a week, it would start to add up, especially if you've not budgeted for taxis.
But there are a lot of like bikes and mopeds that you can rent out and use as well. We just didn't trust ourselves after a few drinks to be doing that. But yeah, you could use bikes, you could stay on the beach. It's more expensive, but you could stay on the beach.
But I would consider that next time, because it is more expensive, but then because we were spending a lot of money to and from, I'm kind of like, I'd rather walk.
To be fair, we weren't really trying to like cut costs. We just liked the look of our hotel,
and it was so cheap. I really shout out to
Amica Rivera.
We'll tag it.
Yeah.
Or watch the vlog, because we've got it in there. It was so cheap and gorgeous. So yeah, that's
and the staff were really lovely and really helpful.
What you're looking for, isn't it? Whether you want to have a cheap hotel and then spend it on all the excursions, or whether you'd rather stay in a really bougie hotel, because there's some gorgeous hotels on the beach.
But we've heard, it depends what your budget is. It depends on what kind of look of hotel, because I feel like the beach hotels are a bit different to the ones in the town. And also taxis, like as we just mentioned, apparently in peak season when there's loads of people there, it can take like hours just to get into the town. Yeah, like we were really lucky that it used to take us like 15-20 minutes just to get into the town. But
before we finish with the taxi thing, I do want to say that all the taxi drivers were lovely. You can literally on the strip, so where all the beach clubs are, you don't need to get them to call one. There'll be taxis outside, and you can tell it's a legit one because they're like white. But what I will say is, depending on who your driver is, if you feel comfortable haggling, do it, because you'll get different prices. By the end of the trip, we were literally like, no, this is how much. Whereas at the start, we were like, okay. And
I would like,
that's how much you're
saying.
I would
like brush up a little bit on the word of how much taxi to wherever you're staying as well, because I was speaking in Spanish to them, because I was like, I'm not getting squeezed, hun.
She was carrying us, carrying the team.
But yeah, if you're just haggling, you'll probably be able to get them way cheaper than what we're saying. But we didn't really want to be questioning.
In the UK, we don't really haggle, like, so we were like, oh, I'll just pay, like, I just want to get home.
Like, we just wanted a nice holiday, didn't want no confrontation with no taxi driver. So as I kind of just mentioned, learning a little few phrases in Spanish, I think, will really enhance your trip in Mexico. Like, obviously, Lorraine doesn't really speak much Spanish.
Yeah, I did German at school.
Yeah, so she did speak English, but just saying, like, you know, gracias, saying thank you at the end of when you're being served, or, you know, asking certain things, just like, I think it just goes a long way.
And yeah, I think it's like any country, isn't it? It's nice for the locals to hear you make a bit of an effort. But shame on me, I didn't really brush up on I knew a bit because we go to Spain a lot. But Amy, I think knowing how much is this is a great one, like you said, for the taxis. I also think saying, oh, how do you say, like, good evening, or like
buenos noches.
Yeah, that was nice. I feel like it made our hotel receptionist and like the team, they really liked us. So I think that's just a tip, because you
don't need to know how to have a full-on conversation in Spanish, I'm not saying that, but I just think knowing your please and thank yous goes a long way, and that's in any country you go to. I would suggest that, but especially Mexico. So guys, as you know, if you've actually watched our vlogs,
we love a beach club.
We love a beach club. Like, I feel like that's kind of our thing.
It really is.
Wherever we go,
we want to go to them all over the world.
No, we do. If you know any beach clubs in any country, please comment them below, because we will try to visit them.
And they were so good in Tulum.
You don't understand. They were like one of the best beach clubs we've ever been to.
It was giving Bali vibes.
It was. So and it was giving chill.
Really chill.
So like, in Europe, beach clubs are not chill. They are
quite chaotic.
Party, which
champagne going. I mean, I also feel like we weren't in Tulum. We weren't in Mexico in peak season, so it probably is like that. But we were taking this trip to relax.
Yes, to relax. You know, by a beach,
boozy by the
margarita.
Beach.
You know,
so this is just what we
girls
wanted.
Trip. Yeah. So. Oh my gosh, they were really amazing. Fun. So to name some, Tantra and Taboo.
Those were
the ones that we actually visited. So those are the ones we can kind of talk about. They're under the branch called Rosa Negra, who do restaurants in Tulum and in.
We'll talk about their restaurants after this, because we went to some in Cancun as well. all 5-star, like,
yeah,
all
like love it, staff.
So check out their website before you go, because I think they have them in other places in Mexico. I might be wrong. Is it just Cancun and Tulum?
I think it might have been Cabo as well, or maybe even in
So yeah,
America.
go on the Rosa Negra website.
But yeah, so we didn't realise at first, but Tantra and Taboo were actually next to each other on the beach. Like they're literally next door, and the actual bed, what are they called?
Price.
Yeah, the bed prices are the same, the exact same.
So it's quite good. You go in, you can book online if you want, especially in peak season. Yeah. They recommend you can just email. No, you can WhatsApp. Because remember I WhatsApp to be like, what are the bed
WhatsApp
prices?
is your friend.
And then they replied with a
reservation, like confirmation
visual, just so you can choose the bed.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, when you go in, they'll ask you which bed you want, and then you pay half of it.
No, you pay it in full, but you. So like, okay, the bed prices were roughly £100 for 2 beds, and so you'll pay that £100, and half of that £100, so £50, goes on food and drinks, and the other half is on like just kind of like, you know, the upkeep of.
Yeah, you're right, because you've actually like just paid it already. So did we always go over? Oh, we went over in Taboo because I had to pay on my card again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because if you go over, but you can ask them, like any beach club, you can just check like, where am I on my tab.
And I think as well, if you go during the week sometimes, I'm not really sure how it works, but
that is how it works, so you can look on the website.
Half of it goes on your bed, half of it goes on food or whatever. The food there was insane.
Yeah, the spicy
so delicious.
Cheese.
Yeah, the roasted pepper or something.
Pizza bread.
I'm
salivating.
Yeah, it was
delicioso.
It was
like
delicious.
My word of the trip.
The staff were lovely. The music
really good.
was like fun.
Because one thing we will say, and kind of said this in the vlog, if we go somewhere and we pay, we think it's on the pricier end, and then the service or the food or drinks isn't good, we'll kind of bring it up. Yeah. But here you're getting what you pay for, like it's really good,
like attractive,
and they don't rush you. Yeah, Amy fell in love. Yeah, every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else on the beach clubs I want to mention.
There's loads of different price beds.
Yeah, and they don't rush you. You can literally choose what works for you. So we got you'll see it in the vlog, we were on the sunbeds at the front on the beach. So those were actually a bit cheaper than if you're in the cabanas. Like,
and I also think it depends on how many of you there are.
True.
So the cabanas probably work out being...
I don't know.
We've
got, do you know what? We could include a
picture.
It might be fuzzy. Maybe I'll put it here because I still have it from the WhatsApp with them. But yeah, you could always WhatsApp them and just check. We're a group of 8. Which beds can we get? Or a group of 6.
How much? Because I imagine,
and they do. Oh my god, we need to mention like they come out. They do like little shows like every hour. So they've got like these models that model clothes.
It's
really
got a
saxophone man. It was an experience.
It was.
I loved it.
Yeah, the saxophone man, and
and we met some lovely people. Like both times. Both times when we went to Tantra and when we went to Taboo, we met some really cool people. So
I feel like obviously, like I said, we didn't go during peak, so we can't tell you what that's like. But we went we went beginning of November
and still had a great time.
So they say go there on the weekends if you want to have a party.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I forgot about that. And it's a bit more expensive if you're going to compare. I think it's like 100 or 1,000 pesos more if it's a Friday or a Saturday. But Sunday. I think that's just because there'll be more people there, and a bit more live.
But yeah, we went to Taboo on a weekend and it was like everyone was like
and get the fruit platter as well. That was delicious.
And then we went to Tantra during the week and that was more chilled. So that's what I'm saying. If you do want party, I would recommend going on the weekend.
Yeah.
If you want something a bit more chilled, go during the week. People are, I think maybe it's the whole being in Tulum that people are on a good vibe. Everyone's just happy and cheery. So
feels like a magical place. It just felt really, I know it's known for having that kind of hippie bohemian vibe, and I felt that. I just felt so relaxed.
I know,
and everything was slowed down. So
it was such a zen time.
Right.
Even though we would be drunk.
No, I know.
So now we're going to go on to kind of booking these beach clubs or restaurants and how we did it and what we would recommend. So when it came to, I think 2 of the restaurants, I think it was Rosa Negra was one of them.
Gitano.
And Gitano. We booked them online in our house in the UK before we even went.
Yeah, the websites are really
great, good,
really
yeah,
easy.
really like straightforward.
Yeah,
you just put in your name, your number, I think maybe even an email just so they can confirm
if it's a special occasion.
If it's a special occasion, if it's a birthday, wedding anniversary, etc. That's how we did it. And then I think we booked maybe another restaurant, but that was through WhatsApp. Again, maybe. But none of them, basically in the UK, sometimes if it's these type of high quality end restaurants, you have to put your card details, whereas these didn't, which I like.
And if you don't attend, they'll charge you. And if you cancel within 48 hours, they'll charge you. So this was really relaxed.
It was relaxed. And it was fun, and we would recommend. Oh my god, yeah, but yeah, it's good that you could just kind of book it on your computer before. If, let's say, you're going in a big group and you kind of want to plan a bit of your week in advance.
You don't want to leave it to chance.
No, and we would recommend booking it 8 PM onwards. Because that's when it starts to pick up.
So Rosenegra, if you watch our vlog, or you might have seen other people's vlogs. Oh my god, I think that might be my favourite restaurant in the whole world. Like, I had the best time. They really make sure that you have an experience.
No, literally. The whole Rosenegra group, any of their restaurants I would recommend, and we haven't even been to some of them, but I would definitely recommend.
But particularly the Rosenegra in Tulum, like, we got to dance on tables, we had sparklers, we got shisha, it was just, it was so fun. I could have stayed there all night.
And also, we forgot to mention that you can actually eat, there's restaurants in Taboo and Tantra that we went to the beach clubs. There are restaurants in there, so you can also book there.
You don't need to go to the some beds in there.
No, and a lot of people recommend Bagatelle.
And we've been to the one in London and that was fun.
That was fun.
But we just didn't get around to it.
No, we didn't get around to go. We were only there for a few days, so.
And some days you just want to chill by the pool.
Yeah, and some days you want to eat nachos in your hotel room, which is what we did.
We did that.
You know,
but next time we'll go there.
Yeah.
If you do want any other recommendations, let us know in the comments, because we had a whole list of places we would like to go or wish we'd. Well, not wish we'd gone, because I loved the whole trip, but next time we're going to come back. Yeah, sure.
It's hard though, because you know sometimes when you've been somewhere, you just want to kind of go back to the place that you loved. Yeah. But then it's like
it's nice to experience.
It is new things as well, so we're going to need to like divide our time.
Let's talk about excursions.
Oh yeah.
Is that everything for restaurants?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
One thing we will say is excursions. There's loads to do in Mexico.
Yeah.
So
again, we didn't have enough time to do some of them.
We didn't, because we only went for like 10 days.
Yeah.
And
someone would be like. And
we felt like
we hadn't been away.
There's a time difference.
No,
our flights were like 10 hours. So.
True, and we hadn't been away in ages, and we just needed.
What was our mission? Our mission was relax.
Yeah.
Enjoy ourselves.
Not think about work.
Not be tired. We didn't want to be tired, so we didn't actually do any excursions. I wanted to go to the cenotes, but Amy was a bit scared because we had seen a video about someone getting eaten by a crocodile, and it was two sisters alone on a trip.
Yeah,
so it felt like
too close to comfort. Yeah, you know, a bit too.
So we didn't do that, but we met people that did. Fully recommend. I think I would just be careful because I think some of them do have crocodiles in.
Yeah.
So maybe talk to your guide, but it looks so beautiful.
But yeah, there's loads of places online that I would say you can trust.
Ask your hotel.
Ask your taxi drivers. Like, I feel like a lot of people are like entrepreneurs in Mexico, so
side hustles.
Even if you're at a restaurant and you're like, do you know anyone that could take me to it? They'll probably be like, yeah, like here's a number of mine.
We met someone this really isn't an excursion, but we met someone that worked for the Rosenegra group when we were at Tantra, and he was like, oh, I can book you a table at one of our restaurants, but we said we were going to Cancun, so he was like, yeah, I can book you that one.
So
we had
really fun.
Such good table. But we can talk about
that another time.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was excursions. You can go to cenotes, you can go to Chicha, I think it's one of the 7 wonders. It's like the pyramids. Yeah, same. You can go to museums. Yeah.
There's so much to see.
They've got like Go8, so I don't know what that's called in other countries, but in the UK it's like
like an assault course.
Yeah.
Like you can zip line.
Yeah, zip line, things like that. Which can be
We're
fun.
not really like that, so we wanted to include this because it'd be weird not to mention it, but we're not really adventure girls.
No. And people like boat trips as well, or yacht trips.
Yeah. Jet skiing.
Yeah. Activities, water sports.
There's so much to do.
Whatever you're.
And I love
tequila tasting. which we didn't do, but I would definitely be interested in doing that.
But I wouldn't have said it was a course. I was just doing
sampling
it myself.
the tequila of Tulum.
What did they say? It's Mexican water.
Yeah, which I love me some Mexican water.
Oh my god! Oh, that was fun. I think that's everything because we didn't really do excursions, but there's loads to do.
So flights. I mean, you could call it lucky, you could call it whatever you want, but we had a holiday earlier in 2021 that got cancelled. So
because we had COVID.
Yeah. So we actually got tokens on British Airways that could take money off of our next flight.
Like a voucher, basically. Yeah. They were like, we'll give you the exact amount as a voucher.
Yeah, so when it came to booking our flights for Mexico,
we cashed them in.
We were like, with our vouchers, and we ended up paying a ridiculous amount low for our flights. So looking at the prices, we did have a look now to see roughly like what in the range throughout the year, what the flight prices are from the UK, from London. Roughly it's between £500 to £1,000.
Yeah.
So if
which is kind of like any long haul.
Yeah. If anything, I think 500 in these winter months is a ridiculously low.
You never know, you could get it cheaper because some places do sales. True. And yeah, when you stop somewhere.
True.
So it's on the pricey end, but like we said, for long haul, that's normally the range.
Yeah, and
especially 10-hour flight.
I think for our American bays, it is even cheaper for you Huns. I think it is ridiculous amounts. And when you fly to Cancun. So Tulum is a 2-hour drive from Cancun airport.
We did advise, do you know what, we need to talk about this. We forgot to talk about this. Let's segue into that.
Sorry.
Yeah, you do fly into Cancun and you might be wondering what to do for your airport transfer. Even if you're going to Playa del Carmen, because I know a lot of people fly to Cancun and go to all these other places. We would recommend booking before.
Yeah.
However, if you want to, there are so many people outside the airport saying taxi, do you want a taxi? Like there's loads of men, like literally 50.
Yeah.
So don't worry about pre-planning because it's not like you're going to be stranded there. There'll be loads of people.
Yeah, but we don't like the stress of coming. When I come off a flight, I want to know that there's someone there waiting to take me to exactly my hotel. Yeah. I don't want to be showing anyone on the maps where it is, all that jazz.
I just want to know. I want to have had that conversation.
I've got another tip. Sorry, I just remembered one. Guys, talking of maps on the phone, if you've got, before you go, I would suggest this for anywhere, not just Mexico. If you get Google Maps downloaded on your phone, there is a section or option, or if you go through the settings, you can like download maps offline, which means if you don't have 4G internet, phone service, whatever, you can like look at the maps, which helped us so much in Tulum. Like I saved Tulum, like the whole, you can like zoom out so that you can like, I don't know, it's just like offline, if that makes sense.
Yeah, maybe Google like maps offline.
And I like got it so that I could literally zoom in at night when taxis were taking us home. I could like see where we were going and know how far, because it can like show you which way it would go, which
I know, because I feel like one thing that's different is in some locations, especially if you're on holiday in a, oh, why has it gone red? Is it gonna like stop? Shall I stop it? Okay, so I don't know where I'm gonna cut that off. I might cut it off where it says, why is that red? So the camera just went weird. But anyway, what were we saying? So some places when you go on holiday or when you're in a town, it's really obvious to see how you're getting home, whereas here it was just pitch black, like there weren't as many street lamps. So that is why Amy was saying she was checking, because we just wanted to know.
Yeah, I think this is a key tip for anyone who's either a solo traveller or just travelling in a small group, or just two like us. I would definitely recommend getting that, because number one, you don't end up racking up your phone bill, and number two, it just makes you put your mind at ease. I don't know if that's something people are worried about, but that's something that it helped us. So yeah.
And in terms of internet, on the topic of 4G and Wi-Fi, we found that most places had great Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Obviously when you're in the taxi, like travelling, you probably won't have it on anyway.
But a lot of them had Bluetooth, which you could actually connect to and play your own music.
One guy had music videos playing.
Oh my god, that was so cool.
It was really cool. Like, if that was an Uber, I would have
he got 5 stars. Absolutely. But yeah, everywhere, like the beach clubs, when we were on the beach, we had internet. They gave it us. It was so
they did.
Cool.
I just thought something else. God. we're just like freestyling here, as you can see.
This video is gonna be hella long.
Yeah, not very not sorry. It will, hopefully it will be useful. I meant it's not flowing. What was I gonna say? Oh, the taxis. So alternatively, there's a great cheap bus airport transfer, which what was it going to be? It was going to be so cheap.
It was going to literally be like £10 to get from Cancun to
a 2-hour journey, and it looked like they had aircon.
Yeah.
So if
I was trying to persuade Lorraine, but
she was.
Our flight got in quite late from going into Mexico, so we didn't really want to get like buses at night. I don't want to get any transport.
And we were a bit delayed, weren't we? Because I can't remember. He just kept being like, "Oh, we've missed our slot."
Yeah.
On the in the airline. But what was I going to say?
So yeah, bus.
Yeah.
We'll write down the name of it in the... I'll make a note or else we'll forget.
Let's put it in the bio bit, or what's it?
Bus. But we'll write a name of it down there, because literally like, I think it's quite easy to use. I think some of them you can get them on the day. You can get it from the airport to Tulum. You can get it from the bus station to, even if you didn't want to go back to the airport, you can get it into Cancun, the central of Cancun. So that's really cool.
It is.
And then let's finish with outfits.
Okay, outfits.
What can I wear in Tulum?
Whatever you want.
Whatever you want.
Whatever
I think there's a nude hotels, so even if you want to wear nothing, there are some on the beach.
God,
yeah,
how exciting!
Nearly put that, but then I thought,
can you imagine booking that and like not telling me?
I know. And they're like,
we get there, I'm like, Amy, what's going on? Yeah, that'd be weird with your family.
Yeah.
That'd be weird.
You know what though, we are body thingy. What was it? Body positive. So if we wanted to be naked, we can. Anyway. You can wear whatever you want here.
Yeah, you can.
I would recommend linen clothing because it can get quite hot sometimes.
And aircon, especially when you're like eating outside and there's no aircon. I feel like it's good to have something
maybe
flowy.
take a little handheld fan. But
people look very...
had fans, like massive fans.
I feel like the fashion ranged. It was very
hippie, you could of it. Like, you know, bohemian-y dresses, you know.
And at night they're not snobby, which I like, because I bet in the UK some places can be different, quite snobby.
Because we dress quite like English. I don't know what that means. Like,
we were dressing very glam at night.
Yeah,
I like to do that when I'm on holiday.
Same, like,
and the UK.
I want to stunt on the Instagram, but yeah, you can wear whatever you want.
You can.
There's a lot of neutrals there though. If you wanted to get cool pictures near the beaches and everything, you can wear whatever you want. And
I feel like you could have worn designer.
You can wear makeup, you could not wear makeup.
Maybe I'm a bit naive, but I think especially in Tulum, those restaurants we were talking about, and the beach clubs, I feel like you could have designer in it.
Yeah, if you want.
It wouldn't be.
But if you don't have designer, they're not like.
But the taxi price will probably ramp up. So.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not. But yeah, just wear what you want. You can either look, I mean, we wore makeup a lot, but some people were fresh-faced. I mean, it was warm. So yeah, we just wanted to put this in there because sometimes people get a bit worried about what you can and can't wear. I think it was more of a deal in Dubai. Yeah. So I think a lot of people wanted to know in our Dubai tips vid. But yeah, Tulum was, and Mexico in general. Cancun was the same, very chill.
Wear whatever you're comfortable in. Don't feel like you need to, these beach clubs, even though they look stunning and they're like 5-star, I think, obviously, as long as you look like you've like made an effort, they're happy, but you don't need to feel like you'll need to wear designer or dress to the nines.
Yeah. You deserve to be there. You've got the money to pay for it, so enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Is that everything?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Thank you so much for watching this video.
Thank you.
If you like it, like, subscribe. Don't forget to check out our vlog if you've just found this video first.
Yeah, it might be better to watch the vlog.
Yeah, just to get an idea of everything.
We answered your questions.
But yeah, if you have any other questions, obviously comment down below. But I feel like we've tried to touch base on most things that maybe people will be concerned about.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, bye.